which is about reducing the risk of cyber attacks with integrated security. For which, may I now request Mr. Rajeev Ranjan, the publisher and editor of DT, to please step up on the stage, who would be taking care of the panel discussion. He would be the moderator. So may I request you, along with all our panelists, to please step up on the stage. And on that note, एक बार जोरदार तालियां हो जाएं सभी के लिए.
We are having a very important discussion today at this conclave, and we are already having our key speaker and key panelists for this session. We all know the importance of cybersecurity. That cannot be ignored, because in today's world, everything what you're doing cannot be fulfilled if you don't have a good cybersecurity for your IT infra. That we need to discuss today, because the topic which we have chosen is reducing the risk of cyber attacks with integrated security. So it says that we have to reduce our cyber attacks. Cyber attacks cannot be stopped completely, that we all know. But we can at least take the initiatives, we can adopt the solutions which are available in the market, and then we can try to reduce the attack. I would like to request Pavan Duggal, sir, please join us again on the stage, and we'll have a quick round of discussion with you. I know that you have some other engagement. We'll just able to close it very soon, sir. Our next panelist is Mr. Naveen Kumar. Please, sir, join us on the stage. And we have next panelist, Mr. Ravinder Arora, who is Global CISO and DPO Infogain. So thank you so much for joining us today for this important discussion. And here are the audiences who are watching us, but we are having a audience live who are watching us also. So we have. This discussion is very important because why we are here. So to start the discussion, Pavan sir, how do you see the cyber security landscape in India currently? And especially in last 2 years when companies have started their digital transformation journey post-COVID. So how do you see the entire landscape?
I think the landscape is changing dramatically. It's changing much more faster than what you and I are thinking. Digital transformation has to be now an integral part of our daily existence, of our business operations. But this is also to be coupled with the fact that the golden age of cybercrime has arrived with the coming of COVID-19. And that with now increasing cyber attacks happening globally and also in India, it's only a question of time before your organization gets targeted or attacked. Therefore, if you are on a journey of digital transformation, cyber security has to be your topmost priority. It's now earlier it used to be roti, kapda and makan. Now it's roti, kapda, makan and cyber security. Because without cyber security, nothing is what you can do in the physical world. Thanks.
Correct, sir. So in brief, or in short, you shared what is the landscape currently. Moving to Naveen, sir, how do you see the challenges for organization? Because you are from the vendor side, so you need to answer this. How do you see the challenges for organization when it comes to cybersecurity? And how, as a leading cybersecurity vendor, you are helping Indian companies in deploying right solutions for digital transformation journey? If you can quickly share with us.
Yeah, sure. Like Duggal Sahab said, actually the biggest challenge is that the way CIO, CSOs or any IT head planning their cyber security posture, it's always looks after 6 months or after 1 year less. We do require more actually. This is the biggest challenge. And second thing, as I told in my presentation as well, the trend has been changed. Earlier, it was moreover tools driven, actually. Or rather, I'll say tools driven. Now, it's not only about tools you have in your network or any cyber security layer. It should be the combination of now tools as well as your experts. Because the way bad guys are working, it's like they are, faster than us actually. It's like a, rat and cat game actually. They are trying to be fast, and we being an OEM, we are trying to be faster than them. This is the race. So, can I take 2-3 more minutes to example?
Yeah, please.
Yeah, please. So, I'll take one example of that, a real life example. I'm just taking example like there is a premise of, for example, a 7th-floor building is there. And we are talking about physical security. And building security team has deputed one security guard on your gate. and 7 security guards, one each at floor. Every floor, one guard. So this is the good security posture they are doing actually. But see, if we provide them, this is the scenario number 1. Scenario number 2, if we provide walkie-talkie to all these 8 security guards, and they are keep on sharing their status. So which one is better, Rajiv?
Second one.
Second one. And now move to scenario number 3. There is a control room and there is a security officer has the access of all 10 or 20 CCTV cameras and access of all these reporting access I'm talking about of all these 8 security guards walkie-talkie, whatever they are talking about. Now which one is better? Third, second or first? Obviously third.
Third one.
But in third, what I am trying to show you, I'm not saying only Sophos can match your requirement. I never say that. Whatever products, whatever planning you are doing for your organization for cybersecurity posture, do consider future, first thing. Second thing, this is the product, this is the best product which is matching your requirement. Simple. But you have to consider latest security landscape and the next gen solution like Sophos is giving to you, which is ACE.
Right.
Thank you, man.
So obviously, so what you said is really important to observe and to deploy the things according to the vendor solutions. What you have, not the Sophos, there are other brands also, and they are also doing well. So that's completely your call. You need to get in touch with them, and there are solutions which can help you. Moving to Ravinder sir, you are CISOs and you have a very long journey so far. So as a CSOs, what are your biggest challenge you see in terms of cybersecurity landscape today?
I think some of the points already covered by these both gentlemen. But being my shoes in a CISO and now the additional responsibility of DPO, I think the most important thing, or maybe change from some, I think now there are no more traditional attacks. There are no more traditional cyber attacks. And these hacker communities or cyber criminals, they are way smart that they use latest technology to get into your system, latest weapons to get into your system. So biggest challenge with cyber security landscape, and on the same hand, being a CISO, we also have to be dependent on the latest technology. We also have to use the latest weapon to defend against this. Just for example, we all are talking about digital transformation, which is an important topic as well. I always say, which is the safest computer in the world? The safest computer in the world is not any brand, it's not any Apple, Windows. The safest computer in the world, which is a standalone computer, having without any internet connection. There will be no chance of an attack. But if you are giving your footprints on taking your footprints on the cloud, if you are starting your digital transformation journey, you are started using different technologies, IoT and everything. These all new technology actually comes with the more cyber threats to the organization. Right. So the biggest challenge that these hackers are coming with latest technology. In the same way, we also have to be gear up with the latest tools and technology, and this war will always go on. I don't see any end of it.
Right. So means you have to keep a close eye on the trends which are happening, and you need to learn from those attacks. Sir, moving to you, Pavan sir, will be just because you are a well-known cybersecurity expert. So can you share something? What changes or what policy changes you can recommend to the government? Are you working for that, which will help the Indian organization to grow further?
I've been working closely with the government of India, and I can tell you, I've been telling the government it's time to come up with a dedicated national cyber security law. A lot of countries have already done that. India has not yet done it. The Information Technology Act 2000 is not adequate on cyber security. The National Cybersecurity Policy 2013 is dead and gone. So it's a huge vacuum that we are currently living in. Complicating this vacuum is the fact that India does not have a data protection law, nor does it have a dedicated law on privacy. So in this context, it becomes crucial that the rights, duties and responsibilities of various stakeholders in the cybersecurity ecosystem need to be well defined. The government is right now coming through bits and pieces. They are more resorting to secondary legislation in the form of rules under the IT Act in the year 2021 or in the form of directives, being the Information Technology Directives 2022. But I think these are not adequate. You know, it's a monsoon time, your roof is leaking, you cannot fix your leaking roof by putting in Band-Aid. You will have to take more concrete steps. So hopefully, with the now National Cybersecurity Strategy coming in by the end of this year, we should have more focus and clarity on cybersecurity. Thanks.
Yes, sir. Rightly said, because when these will be implemented, this will really help the Indian companies to grow further. So, Naveen ji, just moving to your part of the queries, that is, it's about the integrated security what we are talking in this topic. So, how do you see the integrated security solutions can reduce the cyber attacks? How do you see?
Great, very good question. So, first we have to understand, actually for any CIO or CISO, what is the biggest challenge? The top three challenges are, in my opinion, first one is visibility, because you can't stop anything unless you can see that. Second thing is manageability. Third thing is, don't take is a priority like sequence wise, I'm just talking randomly only. And next one is protection. So in my opinion, the balance of all three, visibility, management and protection, that is the baseline of adaptive cybersecurity ecosystem, synchronized security. So what it does actually, just like I took example, what do we try to cover in ACE? Is your network security, endpoint security, email security, and your security operations. So when you cover all these layers of security, security is what? Cyber security is a approach layer approach actually, layered approach. You are trying to address your cyber security posture layer wise, first, second, left, right, third, fourth. So when you are trying to cover, if you have that kind of solution in place where your all the layers can share real-time telemetry or lateral movement kind of update. So when these all solutions are in sync, and the organization like Sophos, who is having 36 or 37 years of cyber security experience and the sample base of these malwares and all, it gives you strengthen up actually. So I'll say rather it's a line kind, someone says, it's not like Bhagwan, but Bhagwan se thoda hi kam hai. It's not like that, but we can say yes, you are almost secure. Almost secure. Mean to say 99.9996% when you have such kind of ecosystem on place.
Correct.
Because we have to understand the requirement of the time. 7 years or 8 years back, how many persons were, hosted their apps or, other stuff on cloud? I think less than 20% because some. And now, I think more than 65% organizations have something on cloud. Even rather, I say more than 75% organizations have something on cloud. Either it's one asset or two asset or five asset or seven, it's matter as per their size. And one more important thing, we all should understand. Now, that time has gone where hackers were targeting big organization. It's now regardless to your size. The organization who is having 50 nodes, that is also on same target.
Right.
So it doesn't mean it's irrespective of size now, irrespective of your business to vertical now. Everyone is on target. So that is better. We have to secure ourselves as early as possible.
Yeah, rightly said, sir. Because we have to overcome a myth that the smaller organizations are not being targeted. So they are also on target. Thanks, Naveen ji. And moving to Ravinder ji, what means as a successful CISOs, if there are certain CTOs and CISOs here at the audiences, so what three habit or a work you would advise so that per day they have to, so on a regular basis they have to do certain things, 2-3 habits they have to adopt for a better digital transformation journey for them.
So on a lighter note, I will definitely not say that, get up early in the morning and exercise because I'm not the person who does that. But I think, in this CISO journey, like already mentioned, I think one thing definitely I can tell to upcoming generation or maybe who are, aspire to be a CISO, I think you really have to keep learning. There is no end of, what you can learn, how you can prepare yourself to defend again all these hackers. And every day there is a new technology. I mean, we are all hearing this buzzword, AI, RPA, and robotics and everything. And I'm not sure after 5 years when we are discussing in any forum like this, maybe there will be some new words that we will be discussing or maybe new technologies. If you can go back, I think there are 10 or 15 new technologies, old technologies that we used to discuss, but now I don't think that even they exist. So I think one, biggest advice I can say that you have to keep learning, enroll yourself in different forums and, do the networking. It's very important when you, actually go to different forums and there are some, good sessions. Please try to attend. There are, worldwide conferences on cyber security now. And in the last, now CISOs are no more risk and compliance guy. Please, if you think you're good with 27001 and you're good with SOC 2 and all these compliances, I don't think so you can survive. Now, if you really want to become a good CISO, you have to wear that technical hat. You have to understand technology. You have to understand what XGR means. You really have to understand what is all about dark web and all that. So I think these are the 2-3 quick things I would like to tell you.
Right. Sir, thank you for sharing a tip to habit to adopt. I think that the people who are listening to him will be adopt the things which he's advising, and the most important, the forum, attending the forum like us, what we are doing today is very important. So thank you, sir, and we have to wrap up the discussion because we are running late and Pavan sir has to go and he has some further commitment. Sir, just a small conclusory, your suggestions for in terms of cybersecurity law, you want them to be aware that these are the laws which you need to understand and you need to take care of that.
I think don't wait for the new law to come. Comply with the existing law, which is the Information Technology Act 2000 and rules and regulations. Ensure that your organization has reasonable security practices and procedures. Ensure that you comply with broad parameters of ISO 27001. Ensure that you comply with the IT Rules 2021 so that you can have the benefit of the statutory exemption from legal liability. Ensure that you are limiting your exposure to legal liability. Ensure that you don't go to jail. Get your documentation in correct stage. In India, your verbal testimony does not work. In India, in the electronic ecosystem, jugaad does not work. Because once you do jugaad, you tamper with electronic records. That becomes an offense punishable with 7 years imprisonment and fine. So we never advise clients to do jugaad, never tamper with records. Try to be on the right side of the law. It's a different litigious world that we are now living in. You are going to be litigated against. So try to have your maximum protections. I'm just saying, you're going out in rain. Carry a good umbrella, wear a good rain suit so that the rain may come, but you may not get wet. The idea ultimately is to protect your back, to limit your exposure from legal liability. Otherwise, if you are reckless, your reputations, your companies, your revenues, your monies, your digital present and your digital future could be prejudicially impacted for a long, long time to come. Thanks.
Yes, sir. This is really a concluding note from your side because this is very important. We are talking about the solutions, but in real we'll have to take care of the laws which we need to adopt. So we'll have to wrap up this discussion. But sir, Naveen sir, 1 minute में आप you were talking about the endpoint solutions. जब मैं आपसे बात कर रहा था, sir, what is
1 minute में difficult है Naveen.
But sir, endpoint के बारे में जरूर बताएं हमारे audience को. So how it's challenging for CTOs?
So if you see the evolution journey of endpoint started with traditional signature based, then behavior based things come into picture, then AI, then ML, then your anti-ransomware, then EDR, then XDR, then MTR, and now is MDR.
MDR.
Yeah. So we have to understand with this evolution, if organizations like Sophos, there are so many organizations who are spending billions of dollars or millions of dollars on R&D. These are the most vulnerable doors for any organization. Most vulnerable and most targeted. So we have to understand the importance of security on every layer, but more emphasis on endpoints. So MTR or MTR is the solution, is the combination of product, tools, which is till XDR, and plus service, which is MTR. It's a combination of tools and experts. And who are those experts? Those experts are professional domain expert on threat hunters, threat hunting experts. I think Ravinder ji is the best person who understand the job of threat hunters. These are the guys who are expert of threat hunting, whatever running in your endpoint network. We can't wait for the attack actually. And now one more thing I have to understand. Sorry yaar, 1-2 minute extra ले ली.
पवन सर को लेट हो रहा है, बस इसका ध्यान रखा जाए.
No worries. So we have to understand another thing. The thing is not like that if somebody entered, it was earlier approach of, hackers. They enter the home and immediately start robbery. But it's today approach is not like that. It might be possible. The sample is sitting in your network since last 6 months. But it was waiting for the right time. Right? But it is waiting for the right time. And right time could be today or tomorrow. But we can't wait for that time. We can't wait for that time. We have to make robust endpoint security system on our endpoints, mobility and servers, whatsoever it is. So we have MTR and we have MDR with complete solution. If anyone interested or want to see, we can arrange demo. Team is here. We can showcase in your offices as well later on. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
So we have to wrap up because of we are running late. Ravinder sir and Naveen ji is already here, and Pavan sir has to go. So we will wrap up this discussion. So you can network with them here, and Pavan sir, you can contact them further. So thank you so much for the panelists for joining us. It's really a pleasure talking to you all.
Check. May I request our panelists to please stay back? Check. May I request Mr. Rajeev Ranjan to please felicitate Mr. Dr. Pavan Duggal. Thank you so much, sir, for your words. It were really amazing. Can we have a big round of applause? May I now request Mr. Rajeev to felicitate Mr. Naveen Kumar. Thank you so much, sir. Last but not the least, may I now request Mr. Rajeev to please felicitate Mr. Ravinder Arora. Thank you so much to all our panelists and to our moderator. Thank you so much.